purpose is important. Some of you might be thinking, well, it's just about the money. It's just about profit. Let's just focus. If I find something that makes money and I can do it, let's go do it. No, that's where you're going to be spread thin. You're going to run out. You're going to burn out, and you're going to hit midlife. And guess what? There's going to be a crisis.
I would say just don't let the lack of purpose hold you back either. Because as you make the decision and commit, your purpose kind of can reveal itself too.
For most people, at the end of their life, there's this long laundry list of regrets. There's many books that have written about this. You can go look it up. We were talking about this book the other night. There's a laundry list for men, especially, of regrets. And one of the big regrets is, I wish I didn't spend as much time working on something that was not meaningful to me. Are you stuck at a job with this feeling that you wish you could be working on your dream business, but you're stuck at this job? You know, Brandon and I
Yes.
have felt this. We've been there. And we actually launched our dream business while we were working full time. And if you stick through this episode, if you stay with us all the way through the end, we promise we're going to deliver value. We're going to give you a plan that incorporates 3 Ps so that you can do the same. You can launch your dream business while you're working full time. And we have a bonus for you at the end as well.
That's right.
Let's get rolling, man. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing great, man.
Heck
Always
yeah.
good to be masterminding with my brother, my business partner, best friend since college, and man, thankful to be here, and looking forward to add some value to you out there, listening to us, taking the time. So your time is valuable, so we'll jump right into it.
Awesome. Yeah, let's jump right in. You know, let's start with the story, right? I think we'll start with the story. Why should we start a business, or maybe why were we motivated to start a business? And I just want to give some concepts and some thoughts for everyone to think through. First thought is this: retirement's a scam. What is this concept of retirement? You know, the whole 9 to 5, get a good job with benefits and good pay and save up for retirement. It's such a scam. Like, it's almost like waiting your whole life to go live your life.
Yeah.
And when you actually retire after 45 years and pouring all your energy, blood, sweat, and tears into a job, now you're way older. Right now you're going to try to have adventure as you're older. Like, let's do the adventure. Let's live life right now.
That's right.
And you know, and on top of that, retirement is half of what you were living on before, if that. Like, if you get a good retirement plan, if you have a retirement plan, there's some people, some generations that are not going to get a retirement plan. They should start thinking about alternatives to income, to living life, not just surviving at the end of the life, right? So, man, forget retirement. We want to be able to live a life and craft out a life where we enjoy it right now.
Yeah.
I think many times the 9 to 5 employee mentality can get you to be limited in the way that you think. Let me just push that off. Let me push that off. Let me wait to go do this. Let me go wait to travel. Let me wait to experience this. And many times that leads to regrets, because that either never comes, we get too old, we don't have enough money, or whatever the case may be. And what we're saying is, when you're able to launch a business while you're working full time, this diversifies your income, and this gives you options so that you live the life that you want right now.
Yeah, that's an important thing is launching something that you do not want to retire from. That's a key. That's kind of what we're going after, and that's just going to add so much more fulfillment, give you so much more of a runway to make bigger impact when you are fully immersed, loving what you're doing. You have purpose doing it, you have passion doing it, and it's, you know, you're serving people, you're creating value in the world through your business that you enjoy doing. Why would you want to retire from that? Well, you wouldn't, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's such a good comment on that. Creating the life that you don't have to vacation from.
Yeah.
Your life is a beautiful experience. you get to live by your priorities and not by your obligations.
Yeah, amen.
And oftentimes when you're in the 9 to 5, you're restricted. I mean, let's be real. Literally, you're there 9 to 5. You get 30 minutes, maybe an hour lunch. Like, there's so many restrictions. But when you're able to create something while you're working, eventually that seed that you plant, that dream business seed that you plant now, is going to manifest some fruit.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to enjoy that. You know, we talked to the guys the other night in the mastermind, and we said, when's the best time to plant a tree? 5 years ago. When's the next best time? Right now.
Yeah.
So if you have this business idea in your mind, you've been thinking through it, you're like, I want to do something. Everyone's launching businesses. I've always had this entrepreneur idea, this vision inside of me. I don't know where to start. And this is the episode for you. We're going to get through it, and we're going to get you the information that you need so that you can plant that seed and you can begin to water it and nurture it so that the fruit that's coming will be able to benefit your life.
And one thing I'll mention is if you're at a job right now and you enjoy it, that's great because you can develop skills, business skills
Sure.
that you're going to be able to apply and transition into your, dream business that you would like to launch.
Yeah.
But what I'll say is the longer you stick at a job, you're building someone else's dream. You might be getting a portion of it and you might be living a comfortable lifestyle. But the reality is you're building someone else's dream. And our point is to get you to switch that mindset to build your dream.
That's right.
Build the dream that you and your family have a vision for,
Yeah.
of the things that you want to do, the time that you want to spend, and where you want to spend it. And so that's the mindset shift of launching a dream business, going after abundance versus sticking in the comfortable zone with the scarcity mindset and never really having that fulfillment in life that
Yeah.
you know you have, that deep down is in there that you want to go after, but maybe you're just fearful. Maybe you have some limiting beliefs behind how you can accomplish that. So we'll talk through some of those because Sammy and I have been through many
That's right.
of those limiting beliefs, the
Sure.
mindset shifts, and just plain and simple doing the work really too, and just not giving up, being consistent, and holding yourself accountable. So
Yeah, the thing that you said right there makes me think of the other reason why. Let's set up the framework why you should be thinking about launching your own business, your dream business. The other reason that we want for you to think about this is, for most people, at the end of their life, there's this long laundry list of regrets. There's many books that have written about this. You can go look it up. We were talking about this book the other night. There's a laundry list for men, especially, of regrets. And one of the big regrets is, I wish I didn't spend as much time working on something that was not meaningful to me. I think many times people have misinterpreted that quote and they say, oh, at the end of your life, no one says I would have worked more. You're right. That's not where it stops. The real regret comes from working on something that doesn't matter to you. Right. And we had a mentor who told us one time, is like, the question is not whether or not you're going to succeed. It's whether or not you're going to succeed at something that matters to you.
yeah,
You're probably already doing well.
yeah,
Many of our demographic are already making, 6 figures and doing well in their career, and they have a family. They're successful they're successful businessmen. But is this what you truly want? Is this what you've been called to? And so
Right.
that's the framework. That's why you should be thinking about starting your own business. Screw retirement. It's a dumb concept. The other reason is, man, you don't want to get to the end of your life and have succeeded, quote unquote, but on something that you didn't truly have a purpose for. What have you been called to? Do you want on your tombstone a stamp of success for the job that you're at? Hey, he was really great at sales, stamp of approval. Or do you want to make an impact on this world that really makes a difference? That's uniquely to you. That's uniquely yours. And that's what we want to encourage you to do. Just begin to open up that thought or that mindset. And, it takes us back to how we did it. We were working full time when Heroes was just an idea. And Heroes, the men's mastermind, is now a business, it's a successful business, and it started with just an idea.
yeah,
And we'll walk you through the process on what we did. But I want you to know and be encouraged that it can start there. I was literally driving down the freeway, down the 15, I don't even know where I was. I was driving somewhere for work, bro. Doing something for work, and I had this idea of how cool would it be to have real life superhero men in your corner to support you, to challenge you to be the best entrepreneur that you can be, to challenge you to be the best husband, the best father, the best man that you can be. And for the longest time, it was just a passion.
Yeah.
It was also aligned with a little bit of our purpose and what we both feel like we're called here to do. And eventually we moved it into the profit piece where
Yep.
we're able to bring in some revenue and some income through the Heroes Mastermind. And I'll say this, it's not an easy journey launching your dream business while you're working full time. It's not easy, but it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, do you remember some of the journey, the early on journey?
Yeah,
Like
I
doing it?
can clearly remember, and maybe you remember this. We spent the day with my family and your family, and we got back to my house in the evening. We had dinner, and we were in my garage, my
That's right.
workout man cave, and
That's right.
we were just chilling and talking, and we were committed to the journey of entrepreneurship, and we just knew like what we were gonna launch and begin and start, which we kind of had already been doing, but it had to have purpose and impact. It had
right.
to create some legacy. It had to be able to serve people's lives and make their lives better through the effort that we were gonna put forth with the work that we were about to embark on. And I just remember so clearly, just like, we have this men's group, and how can we now turn it into a business
Right.
and just help men in what we would say the super six areas of life,
That's right.
which we now call whole man success. And, that's what we went after. And it was just so clear, and it was exciting, and it gave me the goosebumps and the chills to think about it. And it just gave me an energy
Yeah.
and an excitement. And that's kind of how when you're in that, like, leading in that direction.
It's good.
You feel that excitement, you feel that energy, you feel that motivation. We've seen that with a couple guys that we're coaching one-on-one and working with now.
That's right.
Like, they're getting excited. They're
Yeah.
getting energy because these business ideas that they had in them for so long that they've, halfly done, or because they've been working, it's hard to get it off the ground rolling. They have a new
Sure.
zeal that's sparked inside of them.
sure,
So
man.
we light fires in men to do shit, man.
That's right, dude. Let's go, man. I mean, we really do believe that every man, like, I think if we just went out and we just interviewed guys like on the street, like, and asked them, is there a dream business that you have in your heart that you want to launch? I think a lot of them would say yes. I also think if we asked them this question of, do you want financial freedom? I think a lot of them would say yes. Do you want autonomy? Do you want to own your own time? A lot of them would say yes.
Yeah.
The thing though is the route that we've been given as we come out of school is go work, go get a job, and that then restricts us to what the job can produce. And so you and I both believe that multiple streams of income, and one of those primary sources of income needs to be this dream business.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, I remember that, man. I remember that day being in the garage. I think we officially cranked it off with hard apple cider. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Because we had taken my daughters to go
Oakland.
apple picking
Yeah.
up in the mountains, and we had bought some apple cider, some hard cider. We were ceremoniously initiating the Heroes Mastermind right there, bro, in the garage with some hard cider. We got to bring this back for like anniversary or something.
That's
bro.
right. That's
Get like
right.
hard cider for all the guys in the group. Like, all right, everyone, pop it open. This is the 10-year anniversary. Let's go.
Let's go, man.
Oh man, no, but it's been an amazing journey, and something that has helped us move from idea to actual tangible business are these 3 P's that we're going to walk you through right now. And we're going to ask you some questions, and we want you to really think about what these are for you in your life, because we've done hard, intense inner work to answer these questions for ourselves, and that continues to fuel us in our dream business and what we're doing in our work. So the 3 P's are this: if you're in a full-time job and you want to launch your dream business, or maybe you're a self-employed person right now and these are just gigs that you've just picked up. You got Uber you're doing this gig, you're doing this DJ gig, you do balloons at kids parties, like you're just doing all the different trades. Maybe these questions will help you as well. And the 3 P's are this: Your dream business lies at the middle of 3 intersecting circles. The first circle is purpose. And we're going to talk about purpose here in a bit, but I want to go through all 3 circles. So purpose, passion, and profit. Where those 3 circles overlap in the middle, that's where your dream business lives. And so we're going to take a few minutes and we're going to just unpack what those 3 P's mean. And we hope that this gives you clarity so that every action that you're taking is moving you towards that center, moving you towards your purpose, invigorating you with your passion, and you're able to make some profit. Let's talk about purpose. What are some questions that they can ask themselves so they can think about their dream business and their purpose? What are some things that they can think through?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much information out there, but start with why. Like, why? Why do you want to launch your dream business? What is it about the kind of business that you want to launch what kind of impact is it that you want to have? So why are you doing it? What kind of impact do you want to have with your business? What does it mean for your family, for your legacy, for your future? So those are some big key things. But answering the reason why for yourself and then for the business as well is an important start.
Yeah, like why do I want to start a business?
Yeah.
Right. We went through some of these questions the other day with the guys we're working with. And also why this business?
Right.
Right. Maybe you have an idea for a certain type of service or product.
Right.
Like what's the big impact that you're going to have on others through your product and through your
Why
service?
is this business going to succeed?
Exactly. That's a great question too.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It makes me think of my daughter. Purpose is important. Some of you might be thinking, well, it's just about the money. It's just about profit. Let's just focus. If I find something that makes money and I can do it, let's go do it. No, that's where you're going to be spread thin. You're going to run out. You're going to burn out and you're going to hit midlife. And guess what? There's going to be a crisis because you're doing things that you're not called to and you're not passionate about. And I had this conversation with my daughter the other day, yesterday. Was it yesterday? We were at dinner and Cicely was like, we were talking about one of the actually Heroes alumni guys who's just killing the game in his industry, like killing it, man. And there was some numbers that were thrown out, like of how much he bought a business for, and it was like millions of dollars, right? And Cicely's like, "What? Millions of dollars? Dad, go learn what he's doing and go do it." I was like, "I love the way you're thinking." Right? You learn from those who have done. You go do what they've done, and you get the results that they get. But I said, we had a conversation. I said, there's a lot of things I can go do for work, Cicely, that will pay me, that will maybe give me more money. But one of the things that is important to me is that what I do for work aligns with my purpose. It fires me up every single day. I get excited when I get out of bed to go do it. Yeah. And I'm able to make some money. And so it's not just about the money. It's not just about how you make the fastest, biggest buck now. Yeah. Man, be true to your purpose. Yeah. Answer these questions that we're asking you because I promise you, you can gain the whole world and lose your soul. Yeah. You can gain it all. And we've seen it with so many men that have the money, they have the riches, they have the car, they have the house, but inside, it's empty. And I'm not talking about the house. I'm talking about them. And so taking a few minutes and asking yourself, man, what is my purpose? What am I here for? What am I called to? What impact am I going to have on this world? And for us, when it comes to heroes, we want to transform men into heroes. That's what we're here for. We want to challenge them to have them live out whole man success. And that's our purpose. That's what aligns both of us. That's what our relationship is built on. And we want you to answer that question as well.
I would say just don't let the lack of purpose hold you back either. Because as you make the decision and commit, your purpose kind of can reveal itself too.
Absolutely.
So that's a big key. That's something that you and I have learned, and it's more about doing the inner work, doing the personal development work that you're going to start discovering that more.
Sure.
Getting around other people like-minded who are, who have purpose and who are passionate about what they're doing, and just letting that energy feed onto you and like we like to say, iron sharpens iron. And so when we get together, we can ignite the purpose within us. There's something that happens just through discussion, through talking about dreams, what we want to do, that it ignites that purpose, and compels us to go out with zeal and passion to pursue, launching those businesses. And
Yeah. Maybe just getting a whole vision for their life.
yeah,
We have something that we do in stage 1 in the Heroes Mastermind called the hero vision of yourself.
yeah,
What if you look out 5 years, 10 years from now and you saw yourself, whole man success, all super six, totally charging and hitting on all cylinders, what does that life look like? Write it out, journal it out. And as you begin to craft out what your life looks like, maybe this will give you some insight as to what work you're doing, right? Because again, not all work is equal, right? There's work that you can do to make money, but there's work that makes you come alive. And so really get that purpose piece aligned. And of course, reach out to us. We're always here to help. We want to help men do this on a regular basis. And we found one of the X factors is not doing it by yourself.
yeah.
I mean, just having a conversation like this at a table with other men that are striving in the same direction, you can have aha moments like that. And so that's a big deal. Let's talk about passion now. What is passion, Brendo? Like, how do they identify that? What does that look like for them?
I feel so for me, passion is when I get lost in what a lot of people would call like a flow state.
Oh, I love that.
It's where the work I'm doing, the effort I'm putting forth, the energy and intention I'm putting into something is effortless in a way. Comes ease. Maybe sometimes it's hard getting started. There's procrastination. There's a lot of barriers you may have to overcome. Schedule blocking, just all sorts of stuff. Getting the mindset right and knowing, your purpose and then the work that needs to be done. And when you're starting out, you may end up having to do everything to launch a business. And so, but another thing with passion is the skill sets that you have, your strengths that you're going to be able to bring out to serve what your business is going to do to serve others and to solve problems and to create value for others.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. That's a great way to describe it. Coming alive, you come alive in this work. Maybe you're really good at it. You love it. You love to do it. What is something that you love to do? And this could be an aspect of the job that you already have.
Yeah.
Maybe not the whole job.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like, screw Excel spreadsheets, but I like this aspect of jobs.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's what I found. I was in sales and I did sales training, and all the reports and the data and the tracking and filling in all those are just, could I do them? Yeah. Was I good at it? Yes. Did I love it? Absolutely not. But I loved training. I loved coaching. I loved speaking to sales teams and coaching one-on-one with salespeople and really getting them to see that transformation.
Yeah.
And so I love that aspect. And so again, to Brandon's point, where do you feel like you come alive? Where do you feel like you hit flow state when you're working? What is the thing that you're passionate about? We worked through this skill passion matrix the other day. There's a skills and passion matrix. So up the left side is passion, and on the bottom side is skills. And from a 0 to a 10, just an L chart. And you want to just scale out the thing that you're talking about, right? So let's say it's something that you're not very skillful on. So it's towards the 0 on the skill side. And you actually are very passionate about it. Let's say maybe it's a 2 on skill and a 9 on passion. This quadrant would be called like the growth quadrant. Like Brandon said, this could be an area where you can improve. Maybe you hire a coach. Maybe you pick up a course. Maybe you're really loving photography, but you suck at it right now. Like you get into a class, join a school community, check out a coach, and you improve that skill so that the skill increases with your passion.
That's right.
Let's give you another example. I want to talk to you about the default zone. This default zone is very dangerous for a lot of men. The default zone is when you're very skilled at it. So let's say it's an 8 or a 9 on the skill level, but it's only maybe like a 1 or a 2 in the passion. Okay. That quadrant is called default zone. This is the zone that so many men get stuck on. The reason they get stuck on is because we're in this manufactured plant of employees in this world, right? So we graduate school, we go get good education to get a good job. We get a good job and we put in 10, 15 years, 20 years at a job. it's hard not to get good at that,
Right.
right? You spent so many years doing this, but you don't like it. I mean, you were in a situation like
Yeah,
that, right? You
absolutely.
want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I loved sales, just connecting with the people. You know, my charisma and personality. It was easy for me to just
It's retail sales.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was easy for me to talk to people. It was easy for me to just get to know them, and just it was fun. You know, I enjoyed it
Yeah.
for many years. But there became a point where the passion for what I was necessarily selling, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
You could fake it for so long,
Sure.
and you could be excited about it at first too. It's a new venture. You're earning money. You're starting out, and it provided a lot of money for me. Multiple six figures over many years, and opened the doors for me to do a lot of other entrepreneurial things.
Yeah.
Because I developed those skill sets.
Sure.
So my skill level started to grow because of the job that I had, but the passion and the purpose weren't aligning for that side to really begin to
Love that.
to grow and increase. And so,
You planted a seed,
yeah.
an apple seed. Dude, look at that. That's bringing it all the way back. An apple seed was planted while you were working full time, and we opened up and we started Heroes.
Yeah.
And, that's where we're putting a lot of our energy, and that's what's growing right now. And so don't get stuck in the default zone. And so you can work through this skills and passion matrix for yourself to really identify. You want to get to the super zone is what we call it, or the sweet spot. And this is where passion is high and your skill set is high. Passion is high and your skill set is high. And if you can find that, what trait or what skill do you have that you're passionate about as well? That's the sweet spot. And when you can find that passion, you overlay that with your purpose, man, you're on track. And now all we got to do,
we call that the super zone.
the super zone. That's right. Now all you got to do is we just got to figure out a way to make that profitable. And that's the last P that we're going to talk about. That's the last P that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about our preferred way of making profit. We have been on this idea for so long. We dreamt about it literally when we first launched our own businesses when we were 18, 19 years old. We dreamt about this thing called monthly recurring revenue. It was like, if you can make money while you sleep, like that's it right there.
It used to
bro.
be called passive income,
Passive
but
income,
that's
that's
kind of
right.
like gone away.
That's right. Yeah, we're not passive. We're active, bro. What you
Yeah.
talking about? Let's go.
'Cause we enjoy the work that we're doing.
That's right, man. And that's what we're going to encourage you to do. There's a ton of ways to take your purpose, your passion, the things that you just identified, and create some monthly recurring revenue. And one of the best ways and easiest ways to do that, and we're doing it here and a ton of people are doing it, is to join School. The platform School. School is going to revolutionize the entrepreneur space. It already is. If you don't know who Hormozy is, man, you got to go look him up right now. I don't know how you would not. This guy's producing like 400 pieces of content a day, like fire. He's killing the game. He's got a ton of wisdom. He's really transforming lives. He's transformed our lives. And this platform, the School platform, gives you the ability to take your purpose, your passion, and make some profit with it.
That's right.
And it's a beautiful thing because it's membership based, it's subscription based. And so you have someone or a bunch of people sign up, pay $30, $40, $100, $1,000 a month for your product or your service.
That's right. So powerful. And that's recurring. And so that's making money while you sleep. And that's creating multiple streams of income.
That's right.
That's what it really comes down to. The wealthiest people, I think the average they have, and this is just an average, is like more than 15 plus streams of income. That's, and so here you're at a W-2 job with one stream of income.
Yeah.
And that is the most riskiest thing you could ever do.
That's
because that could dry up in a heartbeat. And if you weren't financially literate while you were at the job, you started making, promotions and raises, and then, hey, now we could buy the better car.
That's
we
right.
can get a bigger house. And now we have 3 kids, so we got to spend.
That's right.
And it just like, the money just like goes, where does it go?
Exactly.
And it's just, there's so much that goes into it. Inflation, as many of you maybe have recognized, inflation has destroyed the value of the dollar, and wages haven't kept up, though they are starting to come up now. But it's just thinking about how can you have multiple streams of income so that you're not relying upon one, and then creating those multiple streams of how you're creating them. And I always teach guys, and when I talk about it, there's only 3 ways really you can create recurring revenue. That's either through entrepreneurship, owning a business, buying a business, building a business, through real estate, owning assets in real estate that produce cash flow, and month over month, and then intellectual property, creating courses, writing books, creating music, things that you can get paid for. You do it once, you create it once, and you can get paid for year over year for many years. Yeah. And so those are the 3 main things. And then there is a 4th one, and that's where you leverage people, you leverage, relationships, and people are our biggest asset. You yourself, investing in yourself is the best decision you can make because you're your biggest asset. And so starting from there and that foundation, understanding that is just, those are the areas you need to be in if you're going to create multiple streams of income, create financial freedom, live an abundant life, and live out dreams that you and your family.
I love it, man. I love it. Those are the 3 P's right there. There is an X factor. We're going to talk to you about this because information alone doesn't do anything. It doesn't. We've noticed that over the last 20 years of being in professional development and personal development. A book on the shelf, if you walk by, won't change your life. Okay? Even if you put it under your pillow, I've tried it. It does not osmosis through the pillow and get you this changed life. Implementation is where it's at. There's information that you hopefully have gone through. Hopefully there was a little bit of inspiration through hearing our story. But without implementation of this information, nothing's going to change, gentlemen. Nothing is going to change. A year will pass, 2 years will pass, 5 years will pass. And if you're still at the same place, I can predict what happened. Nothing. Yeah. And so we're going to get you the X factor. The X factor for us, and we continue to see it again and again, is having a place that you can come to the table of men that you respect that challenge you to execute at a high level the action items that you know you can take. We have something that we call MMA, money making actions. These are things that we work with, and the guys that we coach, we say, look, this week, here are your MMAs, your money making actions. Next week, we're going to come back and we're going to make sure that we've executed on that. The X factor is who you have around you. Who are you running with? If you're running with a whole bunch of slow people, guess what? You're going to run slow. You're running with someone faster, your speed's going to increase. You're in the gym, you're not lifting as much as you want. You get a spot, that spot's going to help you lift more. And so the group around you, the X factor that we're going to help you with is the community. We have a community in the school group. It's a free community. It's called Heropreneurs. We'll put the link in the bio. We want you to jump on it, and we're giving away all of our information, all of the secrets, because we know that's what helped us. Yep. It starts with information, and then you can take the gradual steps to working with us and coaching with us or joining the paid mastermind. And so, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. We absolutely love you guys. Stick with us for this podcast journey. We're going to continue to pour out every single ounce of information and wisdom that we have so that we can get you to change your life and live out home and success.
We look forward to seeing you in the Heropreneurs School community. Join us, and let's live the life that we dream of.